Hello YouTube. Hope everyone's doing good today. A couple days ago, got in some things from Frank's on shoot, I don't have the hat in here, but it's all good. I'll show the hat in a different video. I got some Obanoff's leather oil, which I already have Obanoff's leather oil. It's actually getting kind of low. Obanoff's heavy duty LP leather preservative, and then the Obanoff's Clean It, and then also a suede brass brush, which I don't really the boots I'm going to be cleaning in this video are not suede, so I'm not going to use that. But I do have this pack from Frank's that I've bought in the past, that also has different brushes from different brush kits and things that I've saved up and kind of had over the years. But I'm impressed with the amount of, or with how quick that all this stuff shipped. It literally took 3-4 days, I think, which really isn't bad for small companies such as Frank's. It seems like a lot of these smaller companies may get enough. It seems like a lot of smaller companies take a long time to ship, which I understand they don't have as many moving parts. Not as many people to ship stuff, probably not a dedicated team to shipping. I think it's probably it could just possibly be one person that's dedicated to dealing with the shipping of products. So, but 3 or 4 days isn't bad at all. I'm currently, twice a year our company sends out, we get vouchers to buy stuff on a website for a company that our company works with. And Frank's, actually, that one of the hats I wanted was out of stock. And then with this other company, the vests and high-vis workwear and gloves that they send us, an option that I picked was out of stock, and I called them about it because it's been almost 2 weeks. And the lady was like, yeah, we were waiting for it to go back in stock. I said, okay, so, and I kind of said it as an underhanded comment. And I was like, oh, so y'all weren't going to ship it? And she's like, no, we was going to wait until we get it back in stock. I mean, that could be 3 or 4 months till they get it back in stock, and I could really need it. This is the Obanoff's Clean It leather cleaner. It says it's made with plant oils and extracts, made into natural oil soap, non-detergent, no phosphate, safely and gently lifts and removes surface dirt and grime. Pleasant odor, made in the United States. Caution, eye irritant. Directions: spray on, agitate with a cloth or soft bristle brush. Rinse and wipe clean. Heavily soiled areas may require soaking before rinsing. Repeat application if necessary. Test in an inconspicuous area if color fade is concerned. After cleaning leather, restore natural oils with Obanoff's leather oil or heavy duty LP. Basically, it's made with linseed oil. It says ingredients: linseed oil, water, and fragrances. So there you go. And the boots in question are my T1 Commanders. This boot, this is probably about 2.5 month mark, and I feel like it's safe to clean it. I feel like it's safe to, condition it. As we can see here, I'm not exactly sure with the leather process of it, but you can see it has some pretty hefty wear here on the toe. It's really predominant to just this boot with as heavy of a wear as had. On a couple of my other boots, there is some heavy wear on the toe, but with this one, it's more so. I'm not sure if that's with the tanning and the coloring process of this boot, but it is something to think about. Let's get the laces out. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm simply just going to take a stiffer bristle brush that I have, and I'm going to brush this boot itself. Just going to brush it, and then I'll spray on the Clean It. Wish I had a wider camera. I probably could do it in landscape mode and not portrait. But they do clean like right up. A lot of this is just dust and stuff from the surface level stuff. It's not any deeper than quick brushing. And I wanted to do a video like this because it's not a Frank's specific video. I've really been looking at getting, trying a few different brands of boots here lately. Possibly something that's not necessarily a Pacific Northwest boot, or maybe not even a Pacific Northwest style boot, but still something that does have arch support and the durability of a Pacific Northwest style boot, and then go from there and see how I like it and try it. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of using this heavy brush to agitate it, I'm just going to use this brush. It's not stiff, but it's not. This is actually really stiff nylon. See, I'm going to kind of do it right here at the heel area to see. Okay. Crap, I gotta wait for this to dry. I'm not sure how to smudge video, or not smudge, but splice videos together. So, Jesus Christ. So this could be a multi-part video. I didn't even think about that. And then there's some parts of this boot I'm not going to be necessarily too anal about cleaning. Yeah, I'm not going to get too into cleaning some parts of these boots, like especially up here on the upper, like they don't see really any wear or dirt. So I'm not even really going to be focused on getting them. If it's not 100%, if the color is not 100% and it doesn't line up 100%, then it's not going to bother me because I can't see it anyway. So yeah. This kind of smells like, I guess, linseed oil. It almost kind of reminds me like how a horse smells, or another, like kind of like the rhino enclosure at the zoo. It's not the best smell in the world, but it's also not the worst. Let me make sure I'm. Rinse and wipe clean. So it doesn't say anything about letting it sit on here for a minute or two. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other boot. But yeah, I've been looking at a couple different pairs of boots, especially with winter coming up. Kind of been looking at like some Hoffman pack boots, possibly even doing like an LL Bean boot, which they're kind of readily accessible and still have a good brand reputation. And I think and they're rebuildable. I know they're resolable. I think they're rebuildable as well. But I know they're resolable, and LL Bean will do that still, which is kind of neat because you figure a brand like that wouldn't do stuff, but it is what it. Not necessarily it is what it is, which it's really nice that they do that. So, still, even with them being a bigger brand, and I don't know, I noticed that they have a lot of sales, kind of like Eddie Bauer, that has a lot of sales. So I'm not sure if I don't know. They might not be doing too good financially. I know like Patagonia and Carhartt and everything is always, for me and my generation at least, has always kind of stood on top as far as when it comes to stuff like that. And I know there's 1,000,001 ways to clean your boots. But this is just what I'm trying with this pair. Some new products. I wanted to see how it worked. See if I like what it does. If I don't like it, then guess what? I don't have to use it again. So. And once again, on this pair, same with the other pair, I'm predominantly just cleaning the areas that I know get dirty and have the most shown sign of dirt. It doesn't say to spray it on here conservatively or liberally, so I'm just doing enough just to cover the areas I want to clean. And go from there. I'm not cleaning the midsole. I think that cleaning the midsole and conditioning it is kind of advised not to, because it can cause the glue to deteriorate as well as the stitching. I'm not really hard on the stitching when I clean my boots, just for that reason. Clean the kilties. But yeah, I've been looking at like I'm just gonna take this microfiber cloth and clean off the table a little bit. I've been looking at some different brands, like I said, some Hoffman packs, LL Bean boots. On eBay, there's some Watts pack boots for, excuse me, it's pretty inexpensive. But then also, you're taking a chance on it being a used boot. The pictures might not be the most up-to-date or accurate or even best pictures to begin with. So you're always taking a risk there, which some of them aren't expensive enough for me to really, kind of worry about. So I might just take a chance on them and see. Because even myself, I feel like that, I talk about Frank's a lot, and for a good reason. I have had zero issues out of Frank's boots. But I don't want people to think that I'm 100% Frank's no matter what. If someone does come along with a better boot, with a higher quality boot, better construction, better, similar arch support, you name it, then I would be down to try them just as much as I would be down to try the Frank's. And since I'm going to have to wait for these to dry off, once I rinse these off, I'm just going to probably take some lukewarm water and just spray them off and then wipe them down with a microfiber cloth. Not the one I used to wipe off the table, but do that. So this is part one Part two, I guess, will be after these boots have dried, and then I will condition them and then talk to you about that some more. And plus I have to poop. So hope everyone has a good day. Y'all take it easy.